To my show for money. But we don't send this one yet, in my mind.
Okay. Hello? Are you hearing me? Please, if you're hearing me, type yes, please. Hello, class. If you're hearing me, please just type yes. How many people online? And maybe you start your class. Then I'll come in later.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Look at it. So they are on. If you are here for CSC 201, type CSC 2. You are here, then just type I'm in for CSC 201. Type it, yes, please. I'm in for CSC 201. So that instruct them to give use of students. That is with them.
Yeah, hello, students. Good afternoon. I believe the coordinator has sent you the slide because we're having a slight technical difficulty. If you've gotten the slide, please say I've got it. Okay, yes. If you've gotten the slide, please say I've got it. We've gotten the slide, please. Have you gotten the slide? I'm expecting your responses, please. So today, I'm still expecting your response as regards the slide because I've not seen any response regarding the slide. Okay, okay. So gotten the slide, just put gotten the slide, please. Okay, please, for today, you have to make use of the slide that was sent to you by the coordinator, not quite long. So today we'll be talking about Python data structures. Okay, that's very good. I think quite a number of people have gotten the slides. That's good. So we'll be talking about Python data structure for today. So when you open to the next page, you see the lesson outline, like we have listed everything we have to cover today. Okay. So starting with the introduction, what do you understand by data structures? Data structures are key tools for organizing, storing, and manipulating data efficiently. Just imagine a scenario as a university student. Imagine a school keeping information about student information. Like those student information, like the name, the files, all those things are being stored in a way for the students or for the staff to be able to locate them. That is the essence of data structures. So in Python as well, there are ways we arrange or we store data efficiently in Python. So today, let's say we cover 3 fundamental built-in data structures. I'm going to be talking about 3 fundamental built-in data structures for today, which are lists, tuple, and dictionary. Are you following me? Have you gotten the slide? Are you following me at all? Please just give me a thumb up if you are following me, please. I would like to see your responses so that I can continue with the lecture, please. So the first one is the first built-in data structure we'll be talking about is lists. Please, I'm expecting your responses because that is how we can continue with this lecture in the absence of the minor technical issue here. Okay, that's good. So today the first one we'll be talking about is lists. A list is an ordered and mutable collection of items in Python. What do you understand by lists? Like a list is just like a class attendance. Okay, you were asked by your lecturer to write the class attendance. Okay, maybe for a particular course. You have to start from number 1, right? You have to start from number 1, then so on and so forth. It's the same thing in Python. It's the same thing in Python. In Python, a list is an ordered and mutable collection of items in Python. This means, as you all know, this class attendance list that you wrote, it can be easily modified. Like you can, for example, if Bola is in number 2, you can easily run it and put Bola in number 10. Lists as well. In lists as well, the elements can be changed, added, or removed after the list has been created. That is one of the characteristics of a list, of a Python list. Once you have created the list, all the elements can be modified. So the other point, a list can hold items of different data types, such as integers, strings, floats, Boolean, and so on. A list can actually hold items of different data types. Lists are created using square brackets, and this is very, very important. And you have to know some characteristics of all these things so that you'll be able to apply it. Lists are created using square brackets and support indexing and slicing, which makes it easy to access or manipulate specific elements. So in the next slide, we'll be talking about how do we declare this list? How do we go about this list declaration? Because we are talking about 3 built-in data structures for today. The first one is the one we are talking about, which is the list. So how is this list different from the second one, which is the tuple, and how is the tuple different from the dictionary? If you are okay, I think some people haven't gotten the slide yet. Some people haven't gotten the slide yet. Please, class rep, try to send the slide to your colleagues, please. So list declaration. A list is declared by placing elements inside square brackets. That is slide what? Hello, are you following me? Who is it that is saying in for MTH over? This is CSC 201, please. This is CSC 201. So we are in slide 5 now. Yeah, slide 5. List declaration. How do we declare a list? A list is declared by placing elements inside square brackets, with each element separated by a comma. So what makes list a list is the square brackets, like what they are being declared with. You can only declare a list with a square bracket. Python also allows the creation of an empty list when no elements are provided. Like, when there is no element inside a particular item, it is called empty. That is why they call it an empty list. When you want to create an empty list, that means you just have to put in square brackets, open, and close the square brackets. That is an empty list. So some examples of list declaration is written here. Empty list underscore list equals to square bracket. Like this is an example of empty list. We also have lists with examples. For example, fruit equals to apple, banana, and cherry. That is example of list with elements. And this element for this particular first example is for string. And we all know that apple, banana, and cherry, they are string. So the number in the second one is numbers equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are numbers. These are numbers. And we can also have a list as mixed. It can be declared as a mixed list. You understand? Like we are mixing everything together. We are mixing the string, the integer, the boolean, and the rest. We are mixing everything together as the element of that particular list. Do you get me? Do you understand what I'm saying at all? Hello, please. If you are following me, please just say yes. We are following you. Just say yes. So I will know that, okay, you are following me, so that I will know that I'm not just talking to myself. Yeah. Okay, thank you for your response. Yeah, so the next slide is about list elements, assigning and accessing. How do we assign list elements? And how do we access list elements? It's about the list assigning and list accessing. How do we access and assign list? Okay, please, the coordinator would like to speak with all of you as regards maybe tomorrow tests. And so please listen carefully.
Good evening, everybody. If you are listening to me, please then tell the other people that are not online, because I discovered that you are less than 500 that are online. The test starts by 7:30 tomorrow morning. Make sure that you are all online. I'll send some information to you to your class rep. So make sure you all read the information. And tomorrow by 7:30, make sure you're in ICT, all A and B, all of you. So then we'll be calling you as you come. It's first come, first serve. Then when you are coming, come with means of identification. You come with means of identification. Then make sure you dress decently. If you dress undecently, I will send you away. If you don't comb your hair, if you wear half-naked clothes, I will send you away. You are not going to write the test. Make sure you dress neatly. Then you come with valid ID card. Then don't come with your phone or your calculator unless you have somewhere to keep it, because we are not going to allow you to use your phone or your calculator. Then if you have any issue, there are 2 numbers there. You can call the number. I've sent the information to you. So you can call the number. And I wish you best of luck. Don't come with aim of doing any funny things. God will help you. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
So just add from the coordinator of CSC 201. So please let's continue with the lecture, please. Please, I don't want to make this lecture boring. I'm sorry, because the slides are not available. It's actually, there is a technical difficulty here. That's why you cannot see the slide of what I'm teaching you right now. You understand? So list declaration, we have done that. This declaration. So the next slide is about list assignments and accessing. List assignments and accessing. Like, how do we access elements in a list, and how do we assign elements in a list? That's what we are trying to see. Please, if you are following me, please just say continue, sir. Please just say continue, because I want you to be following me, so that, although the thing is, okay, let me tell you another thing. For this course, don't expect this part in tomorrow's test. Just expect it in your exam, okay? Expect it in your exam and not for tomorrow's test. And I will advise you to abide by what the coordinator just told you right now. Just abide by all those things, because tomorrow we have a lot of students that are coming for the exam. Okay, so list elements and assignments, list elements, assignments, and accessing. Elements in a list are accessed using zero-based indexing. What does zero-based indexing mean? That means the first element starts as index 0. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, for that particular class attendance I told you about the other time, you start from number 1, right? But for this list, or for Python programming, all the elements starts from index 0. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. You understand? So another one is Python allows both reading from and modifying list after the list has been created. Just like we said earlier, some of the characteristics of list is that after you have created a list, the elements in that list can be modified after they have been created. You understand? They can be modified after they've been created. Another one is Python also supports negative indexing. Negative indexing, what do you mean by negative indexing? Negative indexing means -1, -2, -3, and so on. But when you hear about negative indexing in Python, -1 means the last element in a list. Like for example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is -1. That is the last element in that particular list. You understand? So that is what we mean by that. Like Python also supports negative indexing. So another one is existing elements can be modified by directly assigning a new value to a specific data. Just like you can replace a string or replace a number or replace any kind of element in that particular list. New elements can also be added using built-in method like append. Let us talk about some examples. I believe you are following me. I believe you are following me. I believe you are following me. Please, we have to be on the same page. We have to be on the same page so that we can understand these things better, please. We have to be on the same page. We have to be on the same page. So now we'll be talking about some examples on how to assign or access list elements. We see it in the next page. So we have fruit equals to apple, banana, cherry. So for us to access it, print fruit of 0. That means you want to see what we display at index 0. The 0 means okay, we want to see the fruit the way it is being arranged at index 0. Which fruit is at index 0? You know, I said in Python we start at index 0 and not 1 like the normal list. So the first one is saying, okay, how do we access print fruit of 0? Like we want to know the fruit at index 0, and the output will be apple, because apple is the first element on the list. So the second one is print fruit in square bracket -1. That means we want to access the last element in the list. And from the example, fruit equals to apple, banana, and cherry, the last example on the list is cherry. Do you all understand what I'm saying? Do you all understand me? Please, I need to know that you people are following me. Please, can you just say continue, sir? Please say continue, sir, so that we won't waste our time. Just say continue, sir. I need to see your responses before I continue, before I move on. Okay, so how do we assign elements in a list? Okay, thank you for your responses. How do we assign elements in a list? So, for example, in that particular example above, fruit equals to apple, banana, and cherry. Okay, we want to assign that, okay, at index 1, we want to replace the index 1 element with another fruit. So we want to replace the fruit at index 1 with blueberry. That is the meaning of fruit in square bracket 1. We want to replace the element at index 1 with blueberry. That is what it means. So, and the output will be, okay, apple. That means the list, the elements will be changed because we have changed that banana to blueberry. So the output that will be displayed on the screen will be apple, blueberry, then cherry. You understand? So list processing. List processing refers to working with list elements to perform different tasks. Like we can perform different tasks using this list. That is what list processing entails. Like, how do we work with all these list elements to perform different tasks, such as iteration, modification, and other operations? Like I said earlier, Python provides several built-in methods that makes list processing simple and flexible. Some of these built-in methods are append, extend, insert, remove, pop, sort, and revert. All these things have their own characteristics. They are quite different from each other. They might be similar in some way, but they are different from each other. You understand? Like append, you want to assign another element in the existing one. You understand? Like insert, you want to insert a particular element, a new element in the existing elements. Remove, you want to remove a particular element from the list, from the already existing list, and so on and so forth. Also, list comprehension also offers a concise way to create and process lists. So we can also have list comprehension. This is where we can talk about concatenation, iteration, modification, and so on and so forth. I know that last week we taught about all this iteration, for loop, all those loop, S loop, S if, and so on and so forth. So examples on list processing. Are you following me? Hello, are you following me? Hello, are you following me? Cherry, okay, someone is asking, no, why is cherry -1? Cherry is -1 because it is the last element on the list. I know I told you earlier that, okay, when we start from the back, that is -1 because cherry is the last on that particular list. It's the last element on that list. That is why it's -1. So example on list processing, we have numbers 3, 1, 4, and 5. So if you want to append and insert, you want to append 9 to the already existing list. That will be numbers that append into 9. Just take note that list is being declared by square brackets. That thing is very, very important. List is being declared by square brackets. So if you want to append 9, that means this code will add 9 to the existing list. You know, we once have 3, 1, 4, and 5. So the numbers dot append 9, we add, the output will be that it will add 9 to the existing list. Numbers dot insert 2, 2, that means this code will replace index 2 with number 2. That is what that means, like numbers dot insert 2 of 2. So the output will now be 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 5, 9. You understand what I'm saying? Hello, do you understand where we are? We are talking about list processing. We are talking about some examples on list processing. That is where we are. List processing, that is where we are. So the other one is remove and pop. Want to know the difference between remove and pop. So the first one is numbers dot remove into 1. This will remove the first occurrence. You understand? Like we want to remove the number at index 1. That is what that code means. We want to remove the number at index 1. And you know where we start, we used to start at index 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So the number at index 1 there is 1. So 1 will be removed there, and the new set of elements will now be 3, 2, 4, 1, 5 now. I believe you are following me. Hello, please, if you understand what I'm saying, please just say continue, sir. Please say your question. But if you want to ask question, just hold on till once I complete this particular aspect, I will tell you to ask your questions. Is that okay? So remove and pop, that is where we are. So the popped equals to numbers dot pop. This remove the last 9. Like when you say pop will remove the last number. You understand? Like pop will remove the last number on the list. I believe you are following me. I believe you are following me. Hello, please hold on, please. So sorry for that break in transmission, please. So we stopped at remove and pop. So popped equals to number dot pop. That we removed the last element from the list automatically. That is what that code entails. So the next one is sorting and reversing. We want to arrange these elements in ascending or descending order. You understand what I mean? We want to arrange either in ascending or descending order. We use numbers dot sort to arrange in ascending order, and we use numbers dot reverse to arrange in descending order. As you see, the output of the sort is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the ascending order, from the lowest number to the highest number. But the reverse is the opposite of sort, from the highest number to the lowest number. So the next example is list comprehension. Like we have squares equals to x asterisk 2. X asterisk 2 means x raised to power 2 or x squared. So we want to know the square of all the numbers in the element. We want to know what will be their square. Like when we square all those numbers in the element, what will they be? That's where we have the output 25, 16, 9, 4, and 1. Because the last output we had was 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You understand? Hello, are you following me, please? Hello, are you on the same page? Please, if you are on the same page, please say continue, sir. Please, because of our time, still have a long way to go. Please say continue, sir, if you are on the same page, please. Okay, thank you for that response. Thank you very much. So the next Python data structure we'll be talking about is the tuple. A tuple is an ordered collection of items in Python that cannot be modified after it is created. Unlike lists, you know that a list can be modified after it has been created. But unlike lists, tuples are immutable, which means they cannot be modified after they have been created. Like you cannot delete from the list, you can only add to the elements. In a tuple, you can only add to the elements, you cannot delete from the elements. For example, in your class, in the database, your date of birth cannot be deleted. Do you understand what I'm saying? Please let me know if you are understanding what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, I need you to just please. So like I said earlier, a tuple is like a student's date of birth record. You cannot modify your date of birth, but you can always add another thing to it, please. So unlike list, tuples are immutable. We make them suitable for storing fixed or constant data. They are usually defined using parentheses and can contain elements of data types. Just like lists, a tuple can also contain elements of different data types. What makes them different is that a list are defined using square brackets, But tuples are defined using parentheses. You understand what I'm saying? Just take note of this slide that is sent to you by your class chef, because it is very, those are the things you should know. Please. So another point is tuple supports indexing and sliding, which allows access to individual elements, while their immutability helps in data integrity. And you can also access individual elements in tuple. But the only thing is that you cannot delete or you cannot modify it after. Tuple declaration, how do you declare a tuple? Tuple are declared by placing elements inside parentheses, so with each element separated by a comma. An element in the tuple must be separated by a comma. That is how we identify a tuple. So creating a tuple with only one element, a trailing comma to distinguish it from a regular value. We are creating a tuple with just a single element. We have to distinguish it from other elements with a comma. A comma to distinguish a tuple from other regular values. That's what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? An example on how to declare a tuple. If you want to declare an empty tuple, just like empty tuple equals to an open and close parenthesis. That is an empty tuple. Just like an empty list. Empty list equals to a bracket open and a bracket close. You understand what I'm saying? Don't worry. Your code will be announced very soon. To be announced very soon. Code will be announced very soon. Are you following? Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? Please, I need your responses, please, before I move on with. Just hold on with the code. The code will be announced anytime soon. Is that okay? Okay, thank you for your response. Thank you so much for your response. So the other one is, how do we declare a tuple with elements? Like we have colors equals to red, green, and blue. These are the elements in the side that tuple. The color is just like a variable, like a tuple variable. It's just like a name. Color equals to red, green, and blue. How do we declare a single element in tuple? That's the second example under tuple with elements. That is single equals to element equals to brackets LO, then comma. That comma is very important for you to distinguish it, that for you to tell the person that they're dealing with a tuple. That is the essence of that trailing comma. You understand what I mean? Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? Let's continue. Okay. So we can also tuple with element can also be mixed. Like elements in a tuple can also be in form of a mixed elements. Like we can have different data types. We can have string, we can have float, we can have integer, and so on and so forth as part of the elements. So how do we assign and access a tuple? So elements as access using indexing or slicing, which are similar to lists. Like if you are online when I talked about the list, this particular tuple is actually very similar to a list, but it has some little differences. So negative indexes can also be used in tuple, which where -1 refers to the last. So, like I said, in tuple, since tuple are immutable, you cannot change an element in a tuple. That is the meaning of immutability. Like you cannot change an element in a tuple. If you try to create an element in it, it brings out an error. So bring out an error. You understand? So the next one is tuple elements can be assigned directly to variables in a single statement. Like you can assign the element inside a tuple to a single statement. For example, ABC equals to the tuple name. This can be useful for quickly extracting multiple values. You understand what I'm saying? Hello, are we on the same page, please? Are we on the same page, please? Are we on the same page? Okay, some people are saying yes, some people are saying no. What's the problem? Please, what is the problem, please? Those of you that are saying no, what is the problem? Please, can you just speak out, please? So let's do some examples on tuple elements assignment and accessing. How do we assign and access elements in a tuple? We have colors equals to red, green, and blue. So how do we access the first element of a tuple? It's just like this, as an access is quite similar to that of list. You understand? It's quite similar. Like if you want to access first element of a list, that will be at index 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. I want to access the last element in a tuple, that will be -1. Just like print colors 1 and print colors 1. That's why we have green as the output there. Once we type all these things, that is what will be displayed on the screen as the output. Green, green. Do you understand? Can we go on with it, please? Do you understand me? If you don't understand, like, okay, index number 2, like, okay, you start reading from the last element. The last element is -1. The second to the last element is -2. You understand? Are we on the same page, please? Those of you that are saying you cannot see the slide, are you just joining us? Are you just joining us? So how do we, okay, what your slide say means a tuple. Like print color, open brackets 0 to 2. That means what are the elements inside that tuple from number 1 to number 2, but that particular number 2 will not be included. Like we want to know the range of the items in the list. That's what I'm saying. That's what we mean by slide here. You understand what I mean? Please, I need you to respond before I move on, please, so that I know that you are following me, please. That means item 0 to item number 1. Don't worry, the class code will be announced very soon. Very soon. Please, very soon. It's in
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
students.
Okay.
So, okay, so sorry about that. Sorry about that. So can you hear me clearly now? Can you hear me clearly now? Don't worry about the attendance. The code will be sent to you anytime soon. Just make sure you are online, please. Just make sure you are following us, please. Okay. Okay. So another one is unpacking. Unpacking when we want to map all of those different color to a particular variable. Like for example, R for red, G for green, and blue, B for blue. We map them to a particular variable. So when we have print R, the thing will now print red because R has been mapped as red. You understand? So if you attempt to assign any value, just like color O equals to yellow, like we want to assign yellow to index 0, it will bring out an error simply because tuple does not support modification. That is why the error will pop out. You understand? So please hold on for the code because the code will be available anytime soon. Anytime soon. Oh, the next one is tuple processing. How do we process tuple? Tuple processing involves performing read-only operations, as tuple are immutable and cannot be changed in place. Like I said earlier, you cannot change an element in a tuple. And common tasks include iterating through elements, like iterating, like when you are just iterating is when you are going through each item one by one. That is what we call iteration. Like, for example, for loop, you are going through each item in a collection one by one, and you are performing the same action one after the other. That is what we mean by iteration. So common tasks include iterating through elements, combining tuples, and checking for membership. So the following slide talks about some examples on tuple processing. Like, for example, we have coordinates equals to 10, 20, and 30. 10, 20, and 30. So for the iteration, for quad in quads, print quad, that means the thing will print out the numbers of the coordinates. It will go through all those things one after the other. That is what they call iteration. It will go through it one after the other. That means we have 3 responses after the iteration. And that is why we have 10, 20, and 30. Like, when you go through each item in a collection, like each item, which is 10, 20, and 30, we are going through it one after the other, and we are performing the same action. That is why we have 10, 20, and 30. So the concatenation means adding to the existing elements. You can only add the same data types, like integer and integer, string and string. You cannot add integer with string because that will bring out an error. So you can only add integer to an integer, string to a string, and float to a float. Do you understand what I mean? So here, new quad equals to quad plus 40. That means we are adding 40 to the existing list. And if you can see very well, that 40 we are adding to it, there is a trailing comma in front of it. That is to tell you that we are dealing with tuple. Understand? So we are adding 40 to the list. That is what they call concatenation. You understand? Please, if you are on the same page, please say continue, sir. Please continue, sir. If you are on the same page, we are almost done. And please just hold on to get your code, because that code is very, very important for attendance. Is that okay? Are we on the same page, please? Are we on the same page? Okay. Okay, thank you for those responses, please. So how do we check for membership in a tuple? Like, we want to check, for example, we want to check if 20 is one of the members of a tuple, like if 20 is one of the elements in a tuple. That's why we have print 20 in quotes. And if there is 20 in those elements, it will bring out 2. The output will be true. But if the thing search through the elements in the tuple and discover that there is no 20 there, the thing will bring out false. So in this case, there is 20 inside the elements. Those elements contain 20. That's why we have the output as true. So the count and index parts, we are still under tuple processing, like examples in tuple processing. We have count and index. We have print quad.count into 20. That means we want to count the number of 20 that are available in the list, in the elements rather. We want to know the number of 20s that are available in the elements of the tuple. You understand? Like, for example, now we have 10, 20, 30, and 40. How many 20 do we have in that particular element? That is just 1. That is why we have the output as 1. You understand what I mean? You understand me? Are we on the same page, please? Are we on the same page, please? Please, if you are on the same page, just say continue, sir, please, so that I can know that, okay, you guys are following me. Just say continue, please. Okay, thank you very much. Those of you that are saying you haven't gotten the slide, please speak to your class rep. The slide has been sent to the class rep through the group. Thank you very much. So the last example under tuple processing, print quad.index 30. That means the coordinate 30 belongs to what index? What number is coordinate 30 inside the element? Like we want to know the number of that particular 30. Like is it at number 1 or number 2 or number 3? So that's why we have print quad index into 30. So inside that output, we have 10, 20, 30, and 40. And our index 0 is 10, index 1 is 20, and index 2 is 30 rather. That's why we have our output as 2. You understand? So like I said earlier, you must know the differences between list and tuple. They are somewhat similar, but they are not the same. They are similar, but they are not the same. You understand what I mean? Are you with me, please? Please just say yes if you are with me, please. So I know you are following me, please. Just say yes to know that you are following me. Please ignore any code you are seeing on the chart, please. There is no code yet. Ignore any code you are seeing on that chart. Once there is code for this course, you'll be notified, please. Okay, thank you very much for your responses. So the last data processing we'll be talking about, data structures we'll be talking about is dictionary. The dictionary. What is a dictionary? A dictionary is a mutable collection of key value pairs where each key is unique and linked to a corresponding value. Each key is unique and it is linked to a corresponding value. It's just like your student's grade. It's just like a grade, like student grade. You understand what I mean? Just like student result grade. Like the result grade, we have the subject and the value. Like for example, you score maybe 80 in mathematics, you have the key as mathematics, where the value will be 80. You understand? That is why we compare dictionary to students' result grades. So unlike lists and tuples, dictionary are not ordered by position, but by keys. Dictionary will deal with key and not by position like tuple and list. You understand me? You understand what I'm saying? Are we on the same page, please? Are we on the same page? Please, are we on the same page? Okay. So another thing is dictionary are defined using curly braces with each key and value separated by a colon. You know, unlike list and tuple, a tuple, okay, sorry. A tuple is defined using what? Using parentheses, while a list are defined using square brackets. So dictionary are well suited for storing related data and allow fast lookup, insertion, and deletion using keys. So as time goes on, we see how dictionary is quite different from the two Python data structures we have talked about. So how do we declare a dictionary? Like I said earlier, dictionary are declared using curly braces. You know how curly braces is? Curly braces with each key and its corresponding value separated by a colon. And you separate the key from the value with a colon. That makes it a pair. And that pair will be separated from another pair using a comma. You understand what I mean? When you say pair, pair means two. And the two things they are talking about in the dictionary is the key and the value of that key. A key must have a value, definitely. So a key is separated from the value with a colon, while a pair in the dictionary element is separated from the other pair by a comma. You understand what I mean? You understand what I mean by that? Please, if you are following me, please just let me know you are following. Just say yes, sir. So just say yes, sir, please. No time, our time is fast spent. Just say yes, sir, please, so we can go on with the class. Ignore any code on the chart, please. Ignore any code you see on the chart, please. Ignore any code, every code you see on the chart, please ignore it. For now, please ignore it. There is no link for any attendance for now. There is no attendance code for now. Just hold on and let's just continue with the class. Multiple key value pairs are separated by comma, just like I explained earlier. We have key 1, value 1. You separate a pair by comma. A key value pairs, key value, key and value pairs, they are pairs because they are two. You separate them by comma. So we have some examples on how to declare dictionary here. We have an empty dictionary. Empty dictionary, just like empty tuples and empty lists. It just be empty curly braces. That's when we have empty curly braces. So the other one is dictionary with elements. So we can see a person as a variable, and we see the name, age, and city. The name, age, and city are the key. Do you understand? Name, age, and city represent the key, while Alice, 30, and New York represent the values of those keys. Definitely, a key must have its own corresponding values. And the values that belongs to the name is Alice, while that of age is 30, and the city is New York. As you can see, the key is separated from the pair with a colon. Can you see it? Are we on the same page? Are we on the same slide? Please ignore any code you are seeing on your chart, please. Ignore any code you are seeing on your chart, please. Please, are we on the same page? Please, we are almost done. Are we on the same page? Okay, so we are still on dictionary with elements. So another example is scores. How do we declare a dictionary using the variable scores? Like we have one as a key, and the key is assigned a value known as A. Same thing, 2 is a key, where B is assigned as the value to 2. The other one is 3C, like 1 column A, 2 column B, and 3 column C. 1 is the key, A is the value. You understand this thing? This is just, they are not too complex. Once you understand the basis, we understand what they are trying to bring up from there. So please, let's move to the next slide. Dictionary elements, assignment, and accessing. How do we assign and access elements in a dictionary? How do we assign elements and access elements in a dictionary? Please ignore any code for now. There is no code for now, please. Ignore anybody that is sending codes to the chat. Are we on the same page, please? Please let me know if you are on the same page, please. You just say continue, sir, please, so that we can just move on and just conclude everything on time. Are we on the same page? Just say yes, sir, please. And be expecting the class code, please. So values in a dictionary are accessed using their keys, either with scale brackets or the .get method. So dictionary are also mutable. That is, you can add new key value pairs. You can update the existing key or value pairs in a dictionary. It can be updated. Unlike tuple, that cannot be updated or modified after it has been created. A dictionary, just like the list, can be updated or modified after it has been created. So when you use dict name key to retrieve a value, it raises the error if the key does not exist. If there is no key, if there is no particular key in the dictionary elements, it will raise an error. But if you use .get, that is the difference between using square brackets or .get. If you use square brackets to access a key or value, or let me say pair of elements in a dictionary that is not available, it will bring out an error. If you use square brackets. But if you use the .get method, it will definitely return a default value if the key is missing. Like, it will not bring error, just like the one we use with square brackets. Those are the two methods of accessing elements in a dictionary. So how do we assign? We assign a value to a key using the key, the dict name underscore key to a value. If the key does not exist, it will be created. If it exists, the value will be updated. So if the key is updated, if the key exists, if the key exists, the value will be updated. But if the key does not exist, it will be created. So let's look at some examples on dictionary, please. So we have person equals to name Alice, age 30. Name Alice, age 30. Are we on the same page, please? We are talking about some examples on dictionary elements, assignments, and accessing. Please, are we on the same page? We just say continue, sir, please. If we are on the same page, just say continue, please. Please just say continue if you are on the same page. I know you people are tired, but just hold on for some minutes. Yes, I know you people, I know your phone's battery and so on and so forth. But just hold on for a few minutes. You're almost there. You understand? We're almost there. So we have, are we on the same page? Yeah, okay, thank you for your responses. We have person equals to name Alice, age 30. The key here is the name, where the value is Alice. The name pair is being distinguished from the other pair with a comma. And you see a comma like name Alice, comma, age 30. But the key is being distinguished from the value with a colon. Like, those things are very, very important in a dictionary. So how do we access an element in a dictionary? So the first one is we want to access the name in the first key. So that's when we have print person name, please person into square bracket name. When we do so, that is okay, we want to access the value of the key bearing name. The key is name. What is the value of that particular key? And the value of the particular key bearing name is Alice. That is the first way of accessing an element in a dictionary. So if you have said, okay, print, open bracket, person, square bracket, city, then square bracket close, the output would have been an error. Because like I said earlier, it is only when you use .get, that is when you can add a key that doesn't exist in the dictionary to it. But if you use the square bracket, it will bring out an error. So that's the second way of accessing a dictionary, an element in a dictionary. Like you see, print, open bracket, person.get, then another bracket, city, unknown. So the output for this one will be unknown instead of error, because city is not included in the example we gave at the top. City is not included. What was included was only the name and the age. You understand? Are we on the same page? Please, are we on the same page? Are we on the same page, please? I need to know that we're on the same page. But please, don't just, I want you to put your mind at rest. This lecture we are having now, will not be part of CSC 201 test tomorrow. So please just take your time and just focus on the lectures you've had before today. You understand? So how do we assign elements in a dictionary? So we assign elements, we assign a key and value to it. How do we do that? The first one is person under open bracket, scale bracket, city equals to New York. So as you can see this one, we are trying to assign a new key and a new value to it. The value for the key is New York. City is a new key. So New York also is a new value added to the key, because a key must add its own value. You understand what I mean? You understand what I mean? So the other one is person age equals to 31. You know that we have age on the element before. We have age to be 30. But since this one is 31, that means the previous age on the list, the previous value for the age on the list will be updated to 31. That is the new list. So the former one has become the old list. So this one will become 31. It will update the existing elements, the existing value in that particular element. So when we have print person, so the thing will now print all the new key and values it has added to it, and all the updated ones will be printed out as the output. That is what we see as the output. I believe you understand what I mean. You understand what I mean? You understand what I mean? Are we on the same page, please? Please, are we on the same page? So the last one, but not the least, is dictionary processing. How do we process? How do we do processing in a dictionary? This involves working with keys and value through iteration, modification, and other operations. So you can use iteration, modification, or other operations like membership for data, for dictionary processing, rather. Yes. So some of the modifications can be updates or remove items with pop or delete, and you can also clear an entire variable elements with clear. You understand? So let's take some examples on dictionary processing. I want to take some example on dictionary processing now. So we have grades to be maths 90 and science is 85. Like the key here is mathematics, while the value assigned to the key is 90. And the key here as well is science, and the value assigned to it is 85. So what is the iteration there? For subject, score in grades.item, print f of the subject and score. This means the thing will look at all the keys and values in the dictionary. It will print out everything there. Like it will look at it one after the other. It will look at it one after the other. It will go through each keys and pairs in that dictionary one by one and perform the same operation until each of those items are processed. That is what we call iteration, like for loop, like to keep checking and checking the list. So what do we understand by updates? Grades.update English to be 95. Like we want to upgrade the grades. We want to add, since English is not part of the list, we want to add English to the list. And the key for the dictionary, the key for the element is English, while the value assigned to it is 95. That means that particular code we add new key and value pair to the existing ones, to the existing elements. You understand what I mean? So grade scale bracket math equals to 95. That one we update the mathematics grades. from the former 90 to 95. That means the value will be updated from 90 to 95. So how do we delete in dictionary? Like delete grades into science, this remove science completely. Like all the science grades will be removed completely using that particular code. Like we are deleting the pair for science. The key for science is being deleted. That means it will be deleted with its value. You understand what I mean? So popped equals to grade dot pop English. This will remove, we've created English to be 95. This will remove the key, and then return the 95 to the new variable popped. You understand what I mean there? This will remove the key English, and the 95 will be returned to the new variable that is being assigned as popped. You understand what I mean there? Please, are you still there? Are you still with me, please? You're almost done. So be expecting the class code anytime from now, like the attendance code anytime from now. Please, are you with me? Are you with me? Are we on the same page, please? Are we on the same page, please? Okay, so we're almost done. So the next dictionary processing is comprehension. Like you want to find the scale of the key of the values in the key. Like we have scale equals to open curly bracket k, then v raised to power 2 for k. The k here belongs to the key, while the v refers to the value in that key. So in this case, the key is a, while the value assigned to the key is 1. The key, and they are being separated by comma. Like you can see a colon 1, comma b colon 2. Understand? So the value assigned to key A is 1, while the value assigned to key B is 2. So you want to find their scale. That's when we have V asterisk 2. That means V squared. Understand? So that's why we have A as 1 and B as 4. We are just trying to find the scale of those values assigned to the keys. So I know the last but not the least is the membership. Like we want to know if maths belongs to the elements. Like print maths in grades. Like is there a value called maths in the grades? You understand? Like that is the meaning of that particular code. Is there a value called maths in the grades? If it's there, that's when we have true. And if is not there, the response, the output would have been false. You understand me? So that will be all for now. That will be all for now. So as regards the class attendance, please hold on. Just hold on for some few minutes. Let me just ask how the attendance will be, please. Just hold on. Is that okay? So thank you for listening, and thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. Listen. So let me just brief you as regards tomorrow's test. Please try to come as early as possible. Don't joke with the time tomorrow, please. Don't joke with the time because they'll be strict with the time. And please dress appropriately. Dress very well. Please don't just wear any clothes you say. Dress very well, please. So thank you. So the AOC for tomorrow's test is that read everything you've been taught before today. So that's the AOC for tomorrow's test. Read everything you've been taught before today. Understand? I pray God will help you. Okay. Please listen up for the class attendance code. Please listen up, please. Are you with me now? Please listen carefully. Listen carefully. Okay, please stay alert for the code. I'm about to read the code to the class now. X. Okay, X for xylophone in capital letter. Y in small letter. D in capital letter. A in capital letter. Then M in capital letter. X in capital letter. Y in lowercase. Y in small letter or lowercase. Then D in capital letter. A in capital letter. Then M in capital letter. You get it? Please let me know if you get it. Can someone just post it on the chat, please? Okay, please don't post it on the chat, please. Don't post it on the chat. Don't post it on the chat, please. X, Y, D, A, M. So I think that will be all for now. So thank you very much for your time and attention.